The Horizon Report 2017 had trends, challenges, and developments that affect technology adoption in K through 12 schools. We already talked about trends that could affect the technology adoption. Now we're looking at challenges that could actually impede the technology adoption. These two challenges that we're looking at today are actually salvageable challenges, which means that we could overcome these challenges. The first one is authentic learning experiences, and the second one is digital literacy. When we think about authentic learning, the Horizon Report says that it is experiences that bring students in touch with real world and work situations. The term authentic learning is seen as an umbrella for several important pedagogical strategies that have great potential to immerse learners in environments where they can gain lifelong learning skills. Authentic learning is real world learning. And one way we can do that is by using problem based learning or discovery learning or deeper learning approaches, or even the STEAM. So right now, what I want to do is show you a video of a school that I taught at in Spring ISD in Spring, Texas. It's called Marshall Elementary. At this school, we used discovery approach learning. That was our curriculum that we had to focus on, and the kids learned so much. I would like you to see the outdoor classrooms and how they use those in authentic learning.
So in just a minute, we're going to turn on the water and we're going to watch it go down the sedimentary trough, and you're going to see how it's going to separate. The cistern collects our rainwater, and we have a science lab actually upstairs, and the pipe, it collects from the rooftop, and it goes through a clear pipe that is exposed in the science lab. So when it rains, the kids can see it collecting. There's a piping system that is run into the sedimentary trough, and you're able to manipulate the water level that goes through the sedimentary trough. What is still staying there?
Some of the rocks, the tiny ones.
The tiny ones, right? So it's a really complete lesson, not only for mixtures and solutions, but then particle size and gravity and the movement of sediment. There's so many lessons.
I forgot what the word super tiny and the science and microscopic.
There you go. This was the huge piece today, being able to get them out here and being able to use this because it demonstrates it so perfectly.
These are my 5th grade students.
Just drawing water on the pond.
And we're out here today to draw some of our beautiful nature that's provided here at Marshall Elementary.
You can draw fish or turtle, yeah.
They're looking at natural lines.
I'm drawing pictures of what I see.
Looking at the lines in the water. Line created by the movement of the water. Lines created by the different plants that we've planted around our pond. And the tree, and even the man-made elements of the fence and the wall. The beauty of Marshall is having the ability to get outside, to use the outdoor classroom to be able to see nature and the beautiful building. I mean, the lines and the way the different materials are used make even the building a fascinating thing to look back at and draw.
All right, friends.
We were out here this morning going on a nature walk, and what we were doing was, right now in kindergarten, we're studying our 5 senses.
I saw a dragonfly.
So we want to give the kids an idea of all the senses that they use when they go outside.
I'm using a sense right now. When you're walking over on the gravel.
I am too.
Which sense?
Me too.
Hearing. Good job, friends.
They were really discovering things that they could use all their senses for.
Aren't they so cute? Those teachers are awesome too. They really made learning authentic. The art teacher, Miss Wright, was so great about explaining lines and parallel lines and perpendicular and how they work. And so was the kindergarten teacher. This really makes learning authentic. Authentic learning is very important. I remember when I was learning about algebra, and I'm a math person. I love it. But when I was learning about algebra, the thought always is, where am I going to use this? And that's where we want to make sure the kids understand of why are we learning this? What is the purpose? So authentic learning is making it real and making it real world. So there's problems they have to solve and things they have to do. One way that my school can do this is by even just small starting off in math classes. Why are we learning addition? What can we do to use it with? How can we use it in a process or in a problem? And not just a word problem, but how can we use it in real life? Another way we can do that is through the discovery approach learning. If the kids are trying to solve a problem of like flooding, they might have to figure out how fast it's running. So they might have to figure out area or volume. I mean, so there's lots of different ways that we can attempt it, but we have to be authentic. We can't make things up. Our learning needs to be real. That way, the kids have something that they can attach their learning to. And then it also helps when they have other problems later on because they can go back and use their schema. They can use their problem set. So the way I want it for our classroom or our school to start is just using it every day in math. And then going and eventually doing the discovery approach learning, doing STEAM learning. Now, another one of our challenges that can be salvageable is digital learning or literacy and improving it. And basically, digital literacy is where schools are charged with developing students' digital citizenship, ensuring mastery of responsible and appropriate technology use, including online etiquette and digital rights and responsibilities in blended and online learning settings. Now, there's a lot of subcategories. If you look at the uh, graph at the bottom, you can see a lot. But for our focus today, what I'm going to do is we're just going to look at these three ones. We're going to be looking at the safety, the how, and the focus. So when we think about it, digital literacy to me is making sure students understand how to safely navigate the internet. How do they make sure that people don't know their address? How to make sure that they're not putting themselves out there for predators? And then also discussing how do they communicate to others appropriately and understanding that they leave a digital footprint that never goes away. So that safety is primary. And one way that we do it is by actually having the kids get on and give them that information and let them navigate and talk to them through that. I know at our school we actually use Go Guardian also to help with safety, but we have to discuss digital citizenship and what's expected. The how is we need to teach the students how to get on and how to access that information, what's appropriate, what kind of structures are there. When you click on the bolded words, why do they take us someplace else? So you're actually going through text structures. So how we can teach them that is by actually doing mini lessons before they get on, before they do STEAM learning, before they do discovery approach, when they are having difficulty going through it with them. We have to make sure that we do that. Another one is the focus. When students get on, we need to teach them how to have a question or a thought or something they're focusing on to answer. Otherwise, they'll just go off on tangents, just like I do. I know that I talked about how we can do it through safety and how and focus, but also at our school, we are using technology readiness standards. And really it's very important that we just don't have a technology Tuesday, but we use technology every day and the students use it every day. And we teach them how to get on. We teach them how to save. We teach them how to insert. They are going to be using this for the rest of their lives. This is our chance to teach them. So when you look at this, you can see in second grade, we should have mastered turning on a computer and logging in. So that is some of these things that as a school, we need to go through and say, by this time, these students should have this. So like by the third 9 weeks, we need to make sure that kindergarten, they have introduced all of these. And by the third 9 weeks, this is gone over again and again. So I think as a school, we're going to have to look at that. Again, our challenges can be overcome. These challenges were authentic learning experiences and digital literacy. Thank you very much.